Folks, what's going on here? Like, people have been asking me since the pandemic broke out, hey, where should I move my money in healthcare? Where should I invest? Should I pull my stocks out? Should I invest? Quite honestly, I didn't feel comfortable answering that in the midst of this. But now that we've seen some flattening of the curve, we're starting to see progress and starting to see industry trends. Here's three things I can tell you with certainty about investing in healthcare that may help you understand uh, as we work our way out of this pandemic and post-pandemic, how the industry is going to be impacted. Nursing homes are going to take a huge long-term hit. Why? There's three reasons why. Their residents are dying at a faster rate than ever as a result of COVID-19, number one. Number two, they aren't accepting patients for the most part with COVID-19 because as nursing homes, they're taught not to take contagious patients. And even though the feds are trying to force them to take them, they're doing everything they can to keep them out. And that's why you hear about separate nursing homes for those. And the third thing is the federal government's actually telling families, people like me, adult children, we call it the alpha daughter, to pull their loved ones out of the nursing home and assisted living right now to keep them safe, which is smart. So there's a triple whammy against nursing homes. And here's the point. If you have a 150 bed nursing home and you go down to 75 beds, folks, it takes a year at least to fill those other 75 beds back up next time around, particularly without contagious patients, if you are discriminating, which is the word that needs to be used when you admit patients. So nursing homes going to take a huge hit. What about assisted livings? Same thing. Here's why assisted livings are going to take a huge hit. First of all, assisted livings have just been a booming industry, right? I mean, out of control. You can hardly even get into one for less than 5 or 6 grand a month in most major markets because they're so nice. They're five-star resorts. Some people paying $8, $9, $10,000 a month to get into these five-star resorts. But what happens when the alpha daughter, that's me or you, loses his or her job, the spouse loses his or her job, and mom or dad are paying 8 to 10 grand a month to stay in a facility 3 blocks away, and they're being told, man, you shouldn't be here. You're being told, take your parents out of there because there's contagious diseases going around that are deadly. And also you're saying, man, why don't we bring mom home? Mom certainly wants to help us financially in this time of need. She can still use some of that money to pay for non-medical home care, which, by the way, is the industry I'm going to tell you in a minute. Number three, that you should be investing in, which has already been booming, that is going to thrive even further as a result. Okay. So let's look at all of those factors. And when you're thinking about your healthcare dollars, the hospitals aren't as easy to predict, but the hospitals always come out on top. Their lobby's very strong. But nursing homes, it's going to be a tough 2 years. I'll tell you right now. Assisted livings, we're going to see a dip for the reasons that I shared with you. A lot of assisted livings in key markets, they're saturated. So we'll see how that goes, but it's certainly not going to be the boom it has been. You're going to see lower rates. You're going to see people pulling out. You're going to see residents pulling out to help their kids, among other things. And non-medical home care is going to continue to skyrocket. So we can talk about other industries within the healthcare, other verticals within healthcare later, but I wanted to update you on those three because I've been getting a lot of requests. So just some things to keep in mind.